Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's a blustery Tuesday afternoon before Thanksgiving in the year 2024. Today we're down at the Ole Bull State Park in southern Potter County, just a little further toward the Clinton County line. So we are at 132 acre state park in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And usually I like to get out and walk and talk, but today I'm just sitting up here at the park. This is a beautiful setting here. We have the Kettle Creek right in our background, and lots of camping here. And there's a beach for swimming. That's my Jeep over there, my girlfriend's in there. But amphitheater, they have large pavilions here. There's a big fireplace over there. I don't know if you can see it. Kettle Creek is famous for trout fishing here in Pennsylvania. And this area has long been known for the creepy things that go bump in the night. And little background, Ole Bull came here to settle this region. I've been doing some reading. Some of this information I'm getting from two different sources. Robert Lyman Sr. wrote a series of books here in Pennsylvania, one called Forbidden Land and one called Amazing Indeed. And these books cover stories from the early 1600s to 1972. And then I picked up met another guy, William Robertson, Bill Robertson, Pennsylvania Strange, talks about the eerie things that go bump in the night. He talks a little bit in his book about this area and some goings on here. But Ole Bull, I'm going to go to Bill's book, The Legend of Ole Bull Park. Ole Bull came here in the mid-1800s from Scandinavia, and he was a violin, Stradivarius famous violin player, and toured the world playing his violin and was famous the world over. And I guess they came in those times, you know, freedom was at risk in those countries, not like we're not unused to here today in America, but he took a bunch of his fellow Norwegians and came to this area back in the mid-1850s, and he purchased a swath of land here, 11,000 acres, from a man named John Cohen out of from Williamsport, Pennsylvania, which is central PA. This is beautiful territory here. It's known as the Black Forest, and man, the trees, you can't see it real definitive here in the park. But these big black conifers and the white pine trees were prevalent here. And in the forest, it gets so thick that you can't, they say it never gets light. It's always dark, so they called it the Black Forest. And that came from a German descent who named that. But anyhow, Ole Bull came here in the mid-1850s, bought this 11,000 acres of land and began to build a colony here with his fellow settlers. They had built along the Kettle Creek here, they had built some water mills, a sawmill. He was building his castle, they say. I don't know where that is. I have to do more research, and maybe someday we can go looking for that. There's got to be some ruins here somewhere. Mountain Castle made of lumber, they say. Woods were extremely dense, okay? They struggled because they were farmers, you know, and it was tough for them to clear the land to try and farm. And the lumber industry, I was reading in some other articles, the pine trees here back in the day, the settlers found some of these trees 10 to 15 feet in diameter, and they get these things cut down and float them down these Kettle Creeks and the Pine Creeks to the Susquehanna River and beyond. And that's how they earned their living, selling lumber, okay? Because the country was growing and they needed lumber to build everything, right? Okay? So anyhow, they were here for a while. It wasn't real long when a man showed up, Stewardson family from Philadelphia, and said, hey, you're on our property. You're settling our property here. And Ole Bull's like, what are you talking about? I have a deed for the land, and 11,000 acres he purchased here. I don't know what that amount, what he might have paid for that, but I'm sure it was a large sum of money in the time. And Mr. Stewardson came and he proved that the land was his, and they had to leave. They all packed up and they left. Like Wisconsin, I think, is where they headed. They moved out to Wisconsin, but Ole Bull just couldn't face the fact that he spent his life fortune coming here and all of a sudden it was gone. So the rumor is that he wandered into the woods with his violin, playing his violin for the rattlesnakes, the panthers, and the bears. Now, I've been coming to Potter County since the mid-1960s, and there's a lot of legend here, but I'd never heard about panthers, black panthers inhabiting the area, but I'm learning that wolves were prevalent here, panthers were prevalent here, no longer anymore. I mean, we have coyotes, we have fox, we have bobcats. Some say there's still mountain lion here. I've never seen any. That people argue about that forever. Lots of black bear, lots of white-tailed deer. There's elk here. If we go south a few miles down toward Cross Fork and further down toward Renova, there's a lot of elk herd moving into the area over toward Wharton. We're seeing elk in this area pretty prevalent here again. But apparently the panthers were here. The wolves were here, but the legend has it that Ole Bull wandered off into the woods with his violin, and he showed up 6 or 7 days later at a tavern. He had become a drunkard. He was just, I mean, the man lost everything, okay? And they say that he wandered back into the woods. He made this appearance at this tavern and wandered back into the woods, never to be seen in human form again, but they say that his ghost still haunts this area around this, where this Ole Bull State Park is where we're at today. And we're just north of Cross Forks along Route 144. This is a beautiful campground, beautiful state park here. The Susquehannock Strait Trail system comes through here. The Hammerleys Wild area is just south of here. There's snowmobile trail here. Great world-class fishing here at Ole Bull. So I'd recommend that make plans to come visit us here in our area sometime. Park's open year-round, dawn to dusk, and camping as well. So they have some hookup sites here. They have primitive camping, they have swimming, they have fishing. Come check it out. But one of the big legends here, I'm into the Bigfoot scene, but one of the big legends here is the Thunderbird, okay? Which is, myths have it, a bird that's wingspans have been reported anywhere from 15 up to as much as 35 feet. In wingspan. So yeah, do you believe in that kind of stuff? I don't know. Leave us some comments. What do you think? But I have this other book, Amazing Indeed, by Robert Lyman Sr. And there's about 6 pages of reports here of Thunderbird sightings in this area, more so like down toward Jersey Shore, Lock Haven, which is a good half an hour to 40 minutes south to Renova. Jersey Shore is the other direction, southeast of us here. But a lot of sightings over the years, as early as the early 1800s. There was pioneer women telling stories as early as she was born in 1833, and sightings started shortly after that, or have been reported after that, of these large birds. Indian myth and legend say that these birds could pick up deer, they could pick up human beings. There's even earlier reports from the West Coast where Indian tales of these Thunderbirds, 35-foot wingspans, picking up whales and dropping them carrying them overland and dropping them on the trees to kill them, and then they would eat them. But they say the Thunderbird takes its victims and eats them. They'll drop their they'll pick a victim up, carry it up into the air as high as 500 or more feet, and then drop them and come down and eat the innards, okay? Eat your guts from the inside out. They also talk about how they like to poke holes in people's brains or animals' brains and eat the brains out of the skull, poke holes in skulls. But these reports go way back, and there's been numerous people that have seen multiple times. They say these birds are 4 to 6 foot in height when they stand on their rear legs, that their legs are as big around as our arms, okay? And they have this massive height and this massive wingspan, and they have been seen time and again over this Kettle Creek region, down into the Susquehanna River region. The last reports I have, this book was written in '72, but in the late 60s even, there were numerous reports of these Thunderbirds being seen on a regular basis in and around Ole Bull State Park, down through the Kettle Creek Valley. Okay, this is, they say, some of the most fertile land here in Pennsylvania. And it's even, so the book stops in '72, they say reporting's up to '69, but last year in our restaurant, I've talked about this on earlier shows, 2023 or 22, I'm not sure what year it was. There was a journalist here, had lunch at our restaurant, was on his way here to Ole Bull State Park, looking to document the Thunderbird, saying that there had been recent sighting of that mythical creature here in our area. So I'll leave you with that. If you know any more than that about this Thunderbird or these Thunderbirds, please pop some comments down here or tell me I'm nuts or something. But I like it, the end of this story here. I hate reading word for word out of books, but let me see if I can find it real quick. So we have heard the reports of many observers for the past 120 years, and there must have been many others who never mentioned what they saw. Because you gotta, I talked about this in a show a couple episodes ago. If you talked about, like today we can openly talk about this and know, yeah, whatever, you know. But years ago, they'd lock you up. They'd think you're crazy. They'd throw you in an insane asylum, okay? Put you in a poorhouse, what they called a poorhouse. Take all your possessions and lock you up because you were a threat to society. Okay, if you talked about things like this. So there must have been many others who were never mentioned what they saw, and it is a fact that Thunderbirds are here now, Okay, this guy writes really weird. Thunderbirds are here now as anyone, comma, with the time and patience to search and watch can see for themselves. So he's saying get out in the woods. In the face of all this evidence, how can the scientists, ornithologists, and all those who write the books we are told to study maintain that no such bird ever existed? Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not real, right? UFOs, Bigfoot, things, other, ghosts, I don't know. What kind of other examples can we come up with? What they believe is impossible, they will not investigate, okay? Their minds are closed as tight as a steel trap. How scientific minds in high places can be so ignorant is amazing indeed. So just because you haven't heard of something or seen something with your own eyes doesn't mean that it can't exist, right? So love you guys. Thanks for watching. Let's walk around the park a little bit. I'll take you for a little walk over here toward the creek, and then I'll let you go. We have a footbridge over here. There is camping across the creek. The Susquehannock Trail System links in over there. The snowmobile trail system that runs hundreds of miles through Potter County here links in there and takes you down into Clinton as well. Hasn't rained a lot. No fishing from the bridge, okay? This is part of the Susquehannock Trail System, the STS, you can see that there. Hasn't rained much the last couple months, but this is not the headwaters of Kettle Creek. It travels north up into Potter County farther, but not too far from here. Down through the valley, past Cross Forks, goes down to, I think it's the Austin Bush Dam, huge reservoir down there, another huge state park down there. But this is a beautiful setting here. Bring your family, bring your friends. They got kids' playgrounds over there. Like I said, there's a beach on the other side of that little dam for swimming, and all kind of hiking activities here. You can get down into Cross Fork and hike up into the Hammersley area. ATV riding is not far away. Tons of dirt roads you can explore and just have a great time by yourself or with your family. I love this huge pavilion over here with the fireplace in it. So come on down, come on up wherever you're from, the Ole Bull State Park, almost north central Pennsylvania area. And have yourself a blast, all right? So thanks for watching. Hey, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to Jim Bull Talks here on YouTube. We're trying to grow the channel. And if you have stories you want to share with us about strange, crazy things that go bump in the night or during the day, whatever works, man, let us know. We'd love to talk about it. Later.